EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Stafford going to throw from the outset.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
In motion left, Robinson. Now a play fake and it's Stafford.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. In motion right is Robinson. Third and 2, Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
They snap it to Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
22. And middle. 59. 21. Double right.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, the Rams at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
53, ready.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
22.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Rams put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. An extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
32. Easy, LAR. Like 7. Zebra. Zebra.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Allen Robinson with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Rams have moved out in front. An extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now this time Murray to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Ward. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Ward, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
In motion left, Robinson.
Monday. Hey, 22. Hey, 50. Alert. Right. Hey, 54.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford.
And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Stay 50, stay 50. 40 got, 40 got. Big 20. 32. 38. Hey.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 58 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws, and how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
In motion left, Robinson.
Alert! 50, 50.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford eluding the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again on the ground, again it's Ward.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
8 yards on the field. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Ward. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ward, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
To throw, it's Murray. Fighting his target, it's Ward.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. On first down, Ward. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
117 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the... I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They run it with Ward. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now receiver in motion left. And he is into the end end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray. It's a 1-yard touchdown run as they have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Rams 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
53, ready.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Hey. 59. 10. 32. Easy, LAR.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Atwell now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a touch.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Atwell now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The slot man in motion right.
Alert!
On 2nd and 7. Stafford incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
White. 54. 0.
To throw is Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
On 2nd down, it's Ward. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Slot man moves right. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throwing again, Murray. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. 29 yards. yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Cardinals 42, Rams 17.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Atwell now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
32.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That's good for Rams. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first and 10, Stafford. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's a pick up to 6. Brings up second and 4 at the Cardinals' 45-yard line.
Hey, Philo! Hey, give me radar.
Throwing again is Stafford. That's quickly to Atwell on the slant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
And the Rams, first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
At the 38-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 38-yard line.
22. And middle. 59. 21.
To throw on second down is Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready?
Now receiver in motion left.
Hold on, remove. 20. Hey,
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
53. Ready? 59. Oh, here.
Williams will try again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football. And what a nice gain on that play.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On the ground with Ward. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
145 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Rams are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
32. Easy, your LAR. Like 7.
After the interception, here's Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good. Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, 70.
Stafford on 1st down. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. 2-2 on one. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the footprint.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
On second down now, it's Ward. 158 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. But not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Atwell now from his end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On first down, Stafford here. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll send Brown in motion right. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
The extra point forthcoming. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Cardinals 56, Rams 31.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Atwell now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On first down, it's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
22. And middle. 59.
To try again after the sack. Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Cardinals, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.